Nothing in this matrix that is not worth putting a fight up against. That is a good topic, and I might save that for a separate video, or I might just splice this out and do that. Uh, do a make it into a separate video. In this matrix, in the 3D, it is designed to make your life as hard and difficult, and not just your life, but the life of people around you. Meaning, if you're a rich person, you have a nanny, maid, whatever, their life is not perfect. Like there's something, or there's some way to which they got to work with you, to which there was a struggle, to which there was an issue that not only they experience, but other people have experienced. Likely if you're middle class, or lower class, however you want to define it, there is something that happens to you that happens to a larger percentage of us. And that is something worth fighting about, worth trying to change, worth putting up a fight, or asking questions, or doing something. And if you are in this world and you are not willing to defend injustices and systems to you or to other people, then you are not progressing in your purpose. Because the whole point of the 3D of this matrix is to make it as hard as possible to help you ascend, meaning that there is always a roadblock, there are always obstacles. That's why you can get to the top of your career and there's something internally or externally that's blocking you from doing anything else. And internally could be something like you're bored, you want to do something new, but because you're so accustomed to what you are doing, or the lifestyle, that taking that risk is an internal issue, and is an internal blockage for you. And so internally and within yourself, you need to put up that fight to figure out, okay, how do I make this work for me the best way I can? And sometimes it's not going to be in the way that you want it to work out for you. Sometimes you do have to take a risk. Maybe you have to take a pay cut. Maybe you have to spend, a few thousand or more to do this new thing. Maybe that means you have to get other people involved, and the blockage might be that those other people that you want to get involved don't want to be involved. So now you got to do it by yourself. Or now that you have to make a decision that might affect other people. And so those are the types of blockages that this matrix calls for. Otherwise, we will be able to achieve everything seamlessly without, of course, any issues. And so if you're in this existence, in this plane, and yes, many of us are, ascending to the 4D, to the 5D, but the reality is that we are still dealing with the 3D, and it's not going to be going anywhere anytime soon, not in our lifetimes, to which those of us who are watching this or existing at this very time. And so if you are always going along with the status quo, you don't feel like speaking up against anything or changing your circumstance or the circumstance of others for the better, to which they want it to be changed, or maybe you're in a decision-making position and you're one of those people like, oh, this happens at other places, we'll just put up with this unnecessary rule in our workplace for forever. Or you don't bring it up as an issue, you don't keep bringing it up as an issue, you just don't do anything to change it. And it's like, if I understand people are tired, that's another thing. It's like, but then if you're tired to the point where you're not putting up a fight with anything. And by putting up a fight, I mean just trying to change whatever system you were called to change. Or because if you're in, let's go back to the workplace example. If you're in a workplace and you're in a relatively, high enough position to provide feedback, to where you're like in close communication with people who can make changes to a particular system or way of doing things, and you're basically not doing anything about it, but you're not doing anything because you're tired, like you're exhausted with life, like everything's expensive, you know, your car might break down, like there's all these other things there's all these other things happening in your life, but there's this other thing happening and you can't even do the bare minimum of try to make things change for the better within the culture, something that would impact multiple people that work at your workplace. This matrix, like I said before, is designed to make it very difficult for you to ascend. And one of those ways is by distracting you, taking you off your path, making you tired. And by sort of getting to this point where you're too tired to do anything, you're basically allowing the system or this matrix to sort of take you over. And that is definitely something that people need to be aware of, because like I said, there are NPCs, non-playable characters, players that sort of do everything that society wants them to do. There's nothing outside of the norm to which they would do. Maybe they could have been one of those people who, when they were younger, it was like, oh, this doesn't make sense. But then, as soon as they saw how the world works, they just fell in line. Like there was nothing, no questioning, nothing. And yes, those people can be successful, but they're successful simply for that reason. That doesn't mean they're ascending spiritually. That doesn't mean that they won't come back to earth to replay the same cycle until they're able to sort of break free from that NPC behavior. Or because, in a way we can say they all have souls, but some people don't. Some people believe that they don't. Like, I don't know yet if I'm one of those people, but because I think it's a very complex thing. Like, I think there's people who are actively like blocking other people from pursuing their purpose. But then there are some people who are just sort of blindly going along with things simply because they are exhausted. Like they are tired. This life is hard. And so definitely for the people who that is definitely necessary that you sort of go within and see, okay, where am I just doing the same thing repetitively? Where am I sort of not taking risk? Where am I not defending any wrongdoing? And it doesn't, like, you don't have to try to save the world, because we live in a time where, there's war, there's injustices happening all the time. We look on the news and everything. It is specifically, what are you as an individual seeing in your life? Because you wouldn't be there to notice anything wrong unless it wasn't something for you to do, like for something you to point out, like and so if you're one of those people though who are in that situation and you have the capacity, and it's not just And I mean like true capacity, because like I said before, there are some people who are affected that just simply do not have the power because the system is so strong, like the system is so large, so they don't even have access to the decision makers. But there are people who have easy access to decision makers, or who know the system enough to be able to contact those people. Meaning, let's say you send a message to, I don't want to discourage people, I'll say I was going to use an example of sending a letter or something to your senator. I'll do that. Let's say you send a letter to your senator about this one issue that you know is impacting other people, but other people aren't really speaking out about it. Like, it's murmuring behind the scenes or whatever, but nobody wants to actually say anything because they think it might impact them, it might hurt them, or, you know, whatever. I don't know. But the issue with that is, let's say you send that letter to the senator, but it doesn't go directly to the senator. It goes to like their assistant or something, or it goes to a voicemail or something like that. That's what I mean about not having enough power or access, because that assistant can simply delete the message. They can, you know, they can delete the memo, the letter, whatever that you sent. But let's say you're that assistant that has easy access to the senator to say directly what is the issue that needs to be addressed. And it's coming from you as someone who can provide examples to that senator, who can not only convey the messages of the people, but convey them from a place of understanding where those people are coming from. You have way more power because you have easier access. And that's not to discourage people from communicating with their senators. Like I said before, I don't want to discourage people, because it does work in many ways. But I'm saying that there's a removal of a third party when you have direct access to someone to tell them about, if that makes sense, versus, you know, us who are more impacted, but, you know, we have to go through these different routes just to get the acknowledgement. But also because we know how people are. Sometimes if they don't know you, they don't care. So that's just a little bit of insight about that. So yeah, I definitely think I don't think this works. So I definitely think there is there's a need for people to sort of realize sort of what part of the system they're in and what they can change now. And then there's some of us who see an issue and we're doing something about it. Like, meaning we see an issue on a larger scale or something like that, and we're going out there doing stuff, trying to create networks, create businesses, create new systems of being, of existing, of creating. And that's great. And sometimes that's necessary. Like, sometimes it's necessary for people to just start something new, to grow something new, to connect new people to people who have no idea who those new people are. And no, I truly believe that is some people's purpose in life. But at the same time, of course, putting in the work to make sure that those connections are fruitful and those situations are fruitful. So yeah, that is pretty much it for the chat. I didn't really finish my nails. I didn't put enough glue. I mean, maybe yeah. I don't know why it's hard for me to find a nail for my thumb. Like, like maybe my thumbs are just too wide. Cause like they never lay good enough. Like, let me try again. Put all this glue on me. All this chemical. Okay. It's probably gonna pop off, but hold it here. But yeah, so that's a little chat. I might break this into 2 videos. We'll see how I feel. But yeah, so I got what, 4 minutes left on my clock. I hate storage. I hate storage issues with phones because it's like, okay, what do I delete to make space? Like everything's necessary. Like everything is necessary. But all right, well, I guess I will talk to y'all later. I like this little chat. Like, I came up here with like a little channel message. I didn't know what I was gonna talk about. I don't even know if I should call that a channel. It's not a channel message. It's a idea that sprung on me during the video, and I decided to take it further. But yeah, so I'm glad this wasn't just like some random video just about my hair and nails. So yeah, this is like, I need to find a nail set with like wide thumbs so that I can actually and properly put my nails on. I actually got to go to the lab this week, so hopefully these nails will actually stay on. And see, I got like a little bit of nail like exposed. That's so annoying. I don't know. I guess we'll see. We'll see how it works. They short enough to where ain't nobody gonna really notice that little edge, because it's not really showing on this end. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. They short enough to where I can get some work done, but I will have to put on gloves, so that's gonna be the issue for tomorrow. So I don't even know why I'm putting these nails on, because once I put on the gloves, they're probably gonna rip through. The nails are gonna rip through the gloves probably. So yeah, I'll figure it out. So yeah, thank you so much. If y'all watch this whole video, whether it's, you know, part 1 or just part 2 or whatever, thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed the time here. I'm definitely gonna do more of these chit-chat videos. By the way, the green tint is because I have a green lamp in front of me. Y'all see it's green. Y'all see it's like green. I like the color green. It's the, you know, the heart chakra. The heart chakra. But you know, also the color of money, to which I am trying to manifest. So if you want to donate, please donate. Or you know, if you want to gift me something, you can go to my Amazon wish list. I would love it so much. All right, well, thank you, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Bye.